Ha ha! You ain't on the moon, you on the right tune. You listening to TK and the gang on 69.9 Smoooth Radio. If you listening up, you're because we about to spit 5 minutes of real talk. Tonight we talking about drugs, and of course we talking with the nigga Shawn, little Mike, capital M, capital M. You got some bitch issues going on back home, you know what I mean? Bitch issues, you know what I'm saying, with his bitch. So keep them in your minds, keep them in your hearts. I got a half Q from friend Shawn. You feeling that buzz?
Yeah, I think I'm feeling something. You know what I mean? I've been feeling a lot lately. I'm feeling a lot. Been feeling lots of anger. Been feeling. You say we're talking about drugs or something? No. What are we doing today?
Yeah, Shawn, my nigga Trey. We talk about drugs. We talk about how they influence lives, how they influence people. You know, how they make and break careers. You know, addiction. That's a serious issue. You know, I don't think people talk about that enough. You know, there's a great program out there. It's called Intervention. You know, they talk about drugs on that show. It's a drug show, and I've been watching more and more of that, and I've been getting emails about it. You know, so we got emails about talk about drugs. You know, we got a lot of niggas out there listening that got issues of their own. You know, so how would you want them to deal with their issues about drugs and about addiction and that kind of thing? You know.
Well, you know, I heard about this great doctor. You know, it's up in this place called Rehabilitation, California, something like that. Where you go up there, yo, and they give you all this shit. They give you all this shit you want except drugs. I know. They don't give you the drugs you want, but yo, otherwise it's like popping. You know, you got fucking like bubbly water and shit. You got extra bubbly like juice. You know what I'm saying? Like, who here has had bubbly juice? You know what I'm saying? So you go up there and they treat you like fucking king. But like I said, you know, no drugs. Yeah, no, I guess that's a positive. Yeah, no, we gotta get drugs out of here, cause yeah, no, they're terrible. Definitely.
Yeah, thanks, Trey. I think you talking about my homeboy, Dr. Oz. You know, he up in all them hospitals. You know, he everywhere nowadays. He on the TV. He helping a lot of people out right now. I'm sure you know a lot about drugs, and you told me something about your grandmother. You know, something about her going through some issues of her own. You know, you like to tell me about that, Trey?
Yeah, well, you know, my grandma, she dying. And I bet it's cause all the crack she been smoking. You know, she 95, and she dying, man. Like, she's so old. She look like you know, like rhino skin at this point. You know what I'm saying? It's rough as shit. And, you know, just the crack that she been inhaling, crack that she been putting in her lungs, you know, doesn't look like it helping, you know. But yeah, no, shout out to Dr. Oz. You know, he helped me too. Thank you for your sacrifice, dying on the cross. You know, Dr. Oz, shouts out. Love that, you know.
Yeah, we're keeping the shouts out, you know. Shouts out to all the people back home, you know, we listen to Thikee and the gang, 69.9 Smoooth Radio. We're bringing you talks about drugs today, talking with nigga Shawn. And, the stuff you talking about your grandma, that's real, man. You know, she old. She, from sound of you say she sound really old, you know. But, you know, the way her face look, that might not have too much to do with the drugs. You know, she just sound really, really old to me. You know, she sound like she on the way out. You know, she kicking the bucket. You know, that's really sad for your mom's. You know, that's you know, I like to get all you guys out there thinking about Shawn's mom. You know, and her mom. You know, be with her through that. And you know, a lot of bad drugs out there, not just crack. You know, there's a lot of bad drugs. There's heroin. You know, they're that PCP. You know, marijuana's not really a drug, but you know, there's lots of stuff out there. You know, lots of bad things, doing bad things to people doing bad things to other people. You know, you either get these drugs, and when they own these drugs, you know, it's not an easy life. You know, Trey talk about the thug life. You know, hustling on the streets. I know you used to do that. You know, before you got that cash in your pocket. You tell me about that.
Well, you know, it's tough out there on the street. You know, I would try and play hockey with the other kids, and they were way better than me. So I was like, fuck this. So I started selling drugs because that's way easier. You know, everyone likes me. Everyone's buying my shit. They say it's dope. It wasn't actually dope. It was some of that heroin shit you were talking about. I did sell some heavy shit, and I did get some people, dead. But in the end, it's like, it's part of who I am. I wouldn't have the same personality or raps, that I do now if I didn't go through that shit.
Thanks, straight Shawn. That's real talk, but it sound like you was on the wrong path in life. Hockey's not where it's at. Basketball is where it's at. So, try and change a few things and change the course of your life. But you listen to is Thikee and the Gang. You know what you're tuned to, 699 Smoooth Radio. We got a time slot here. Producers keep us at that 5-minute time slot. So we gotta abide by that, So we got some closing statements here from Trey Shawn.
Yeah, I'd like to give all my shout out, but I'd like to give an anti shout out to death tonight. I don't like what it's doing. Families out there, my family, my grandma, Lord be with her soon. Take that soul soon. But yeah, no, anti shout out to death. But I'm gonna keep the positivity. Shout out then to life, right?
Yeah. Thanks, Trey Shawn. Thanks. I'd like to thank you for coming on the show as always. I'd like for you guys to remember to keep my big nig, little Mike, in your prayers and your thoughts. Be with him. Be with him mentally. He with his bitch right now. He got some issues working out. But we just like to keep you guys listening. Keep you guys, thinking about the stuff we bringing you, the real talks we having on this show here on Thikee and the Gang. Just sit yourself down, maybe smoke a J, and just think about, the negative effects drugs have had on our lives and people's lives that we know that are close to us. I'd like to thank everybody listening back home, and you guys have a good night.